rainy day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a run with Mack. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much. He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. He dumps this off to Mack. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Room here to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
The ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Cousins. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Lions 3, Cardinals 0.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps plays well.
They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Swift. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Good. The point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
43-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Good for a Cardinal.
Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
Come on now, come on.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Herbert now. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They go right back to Mack. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Number 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Down. It's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. They'll run the screen with Mack. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Cousins going for it all. And that will be incomplete.
Cousins pass, incomplete on the jump ball. Greedy Williams.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Set to kick off.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A Big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Partner, so much for situational football, because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the fourth quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Second and 16. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Number 25.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Staying on the ground with Mack. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Lions are going to jump back in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score, Lions 16, Cardinals 13. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Cardinals 20, Lions 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a carry for Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
7-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run high. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Short of the goal. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marlon Mack finding the end zone on the game's final play. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy.